it is, that sitcom. That was the funniest shit, dude.
Yeah, it was. Y'all crazy, man.
Another show. Sorry about last week, man. But it is. We're back. Hey, listen. I want to say before we start today's show, I want to thank each and every last one of you guys, whether you love us, you hate us, that fucking pound down our doors looking, asking about this goddamn show. Let's let you know that we're doing something special. You know what I mean? That you guys. Well, I appreciate it. I get it. I never thought in a million years that this shit would take off and take over. Like, believe it or not, this channel was much bigger than all our shows put together. This show that we do. And I appreciate it. Crap appreciate it. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. It's awesome.
I appreciate it too.
I think a lot of people just love to hate us, but that's cool too because, that means that we're obviously doing something that whether they want to watch it just to disagree with what we're saying or, you know what I'm saying? I think some people actually do that. It's kind of an interesting kind of dynamic to the whole setup. It's cool though.
Yeah. It's pretty slick.
We got a lot.
We get some weird pictures and everything of us, man. But it's all love. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Don't that. Just let that go. But yeah, the little war pictures that we get and all that little stuff, man. It's funny.
Yeah, like that was interesting. I seen the one. Yeah, what was it? Me and you, and I was like, man, I buffed up.
I be dissing this or. I think they're funny though. I enjoy them. I love them.
They're hilarious, man.
But like I said, we got a lot to talk about today. A lot of great, not just Xbox news, a lot of great news for the video game industry. Period. What you want to talk about first, Brad? We got going on here.
Well, we might as well talk a little bit about Black Friday, and now that we're at the end of November, we can start looking forward to the NPDs. We all know that November, December are the big months for the NPDs to come out and for the console sales and things like that. So even though I usually don't like to talk about it, I think it's a little bit funny, and I choose to be a little bit hypocritical by talking about it because a lot of people wrote off the Xbox One months and months ago. It was done. Xbox done. All this. They've only sold 5 million, and now you have the facts that they're probably going to go up over 10 million by the end of December. I would say probably 11, 12 million even is a possibility. So they won Black Friday. Not only did they win Black Friday, but the Xbox 360 took a big chunk of that too. I mean, it took a bigger chunk than the Wii U and the PS3 combined. You know what I'm saying? And I think that goes to see a lot of people had it wrong. They thought that the people weren't buying the Xbox One because some PR stunt back in 2015 or whatever. Well, it had nothing to do with that. What it had to do with was a lot of people loved the Xbox 360. They were a victim of their own success with that console. And so now with the better deals on the Xbox One, it's encouraging people to finally switch over. But the Xbox 360, for some reason, still has all that life, man. That might be one of the best consoles ever created. People still buying that damn thing.
Yeah. Like I said, are they gonna release the Black Friday numbers before NVIDIA?
I'm sure we're gonna see something from Microsoft. Aaron Greenberg said in a tweet that the Black Friday numbers were fantastic.
Yeah, shout out to Aaron Greenberg. Now, the Black Friday, they count the whole weekend on Black Friday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Or do they do that? Or?
Yeah, I think they do, and I think they might even go into Cyber Monday or whatever because they hold back. They have different shipments for each of the days or whatever. Like the day before Black Friday on Thanksgiving, they actually released, some of those bundles, and then they all sold out. Then Black Friday, they released the bundles, and they all sold out. Then on Saturday, they have some more bundles, and then we'll have some more on Monday for Cyber Monday.
Yeah, Microsoft, the deal that Microsoft had, they gave you, not only did Microsoft, you guys, and not only did Microsoft cut back every SKU by $50 for the holiday seasons, they took an additional $20 off on Black Friday and gave you any game of your choice.
Yeah.
Any game of your choice. So you could have got the Assassin's Creed bundle and Sunset Overdrive for $330.
Yeah, and some places gave you a gift card to boot, so it was under $300,
That was,
the value for the Xbox One this Black Friday and everything was just outstanding. Anybody that didn't pick one up after that, man, shame
what
on
the hell
y'all.
are you waiting for?
What are you waiting for? I mean, you ain't gonna get a better deal than that no time soon. I mean, they giving away games like hotcakes. So I would have definitely jumped on that if I can have one.
You know what's crazy though? They when and again, this is business. Like something. Because one thing I've always said, you guys probably said also, when Microsoft has going for them in their events and unlimited resources, okay, they can spend
Uh-huh.
make their console extend. They can fluctuate the price and and be fine. And Microsoft is not looking for. That's the big difference. Sony's looking for the PS4 to keep their lights on, and Microsoft isn't. They can take this $50, $60 hit on the hardware because out of the gate, both the Xbox One and the PS4 were made to be popular from day one. You know what I mean? They didn't want to lose $100 on each console and make it back with the software. They didn't want to do that. That's why these
And then
consoles
you can.
and when it's powerful. But Microsoft can take a $50 hit because when you buy the Xbox One, you're going to get live, you're going to get games,
And
you're going
that's.
to get DLC. That's the
I
way it
was
is.
gonna just say that too, because they making money elsewhere.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like with live, like you were sitting here saying. So I mean,
It's almost
ain't nobody
impossible
getting
to.
it. Ain't nobody getting Xbox One without getting live. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just,
And well,
yeah.
the funny thing is, nobody is going to really make much money on the hardware anyway. It's all about software sales. And like you said, Xbox Live. I mean, they had so many Xbox Live users that they're making billions a year just off that. And so I think that that's going to help make up the losses. And the more consoles you get out, the better chance you have at making money off the software. Interesting thing was back when Sega was in the console industry, the Dreamcast would have survived had they hit, I think, like 5 million consoles sold within the first year, because that would have enabled them to sell more software. But the fact that they were basically giving the consoles away towards the end, they were like, "Hey, buy SegaNet," which was their online network, and then you get a free Dreamcast, right? So they were giving that thing away, just trying to get that in people's homes, because if you have your console in people's homes, they're going to buy games. And if you look across the way, and the reason why, I can't speak worldwide or anything, but Gibmeister did send me some things from the UK where all the Xbox One bundles were sold out, but all the PS4 ones are still there. The PS4 bundles, Sony must really love Thanksgiving and leftovers, because they serve you all the same shit this year that they gave you last year, right? Look, check this out. The big PS3 bundles last year were the Last of Us PS3 bundle, which I got one, the Black Friday bundle, and they had the Grand Theft Auto 5 holiday bundle on PS3 last year. Those are the two big bundles for PS3 last year. Guess what the two big bundles were this year? It was it was both of them combined, The Last of Us and Grand Theft Auto 5. Two last-gen games bundled with the same fucking games.
You know what?
Hardware.
You know what?
You know what Sony just said to their consumers? Seconds.
Exactly. They're like, hey, you guys, they're thinking, hey, Thanksgiving, leftovers.
They
got seconds. You know what I'm saying? Go give me another plate.
Seriously.
Yoshida, no.
No.
We changed them brown leather gloves he was unboxings with, man. That's when you guys did a new bundle, man. But
just brown leather gloves.
When they boxes with black or white leather, no. Hold on. Side bar here. That joke did that boxing with some brown leather gloves, Jack. It wasn't black, white.
That was kind of weird, though, man, to have some brown leather gloves when you're in the building. Unboxing it. I at least wanted to see a white pair, because at least you're trying to keep it clean or something like that, man. But God, the brown leather mittens though.
He had the black joints, but that's Saturday 7:30 in the morning. Jehovah's Witness knocking on your door glove right there.
Man, yeah, some brown mittens on, boy. That's crazy.
Brown. It was grandfather brown. Dang, Doodoo Brown.
Hey, do you guys think that Sony like really was a misstep? They were kind of playing up the whole all year round, where they were they were winning NPDs, but they were only selling a couple 100,000 consoles. Don't you think maybe they should have saved a bigger game for the holidays, like a real big must-have exclusive?
Crap, you think about it, bro. Not to sound like I'm a broken record, but you have to have money. You have to have money to have a
brown mittens on. Hey, you got to mute that. Who got that on?
I think that's next gen.
Brown mittens.
Brown mittens.
You gotta have money, resources, and again, there's no like you think about it, a triple A game. You know, what I mean, it costs probably about 70 million dollars to make. Then you got advertisement. Sony got 100 million right now, dog. Sony does not have it. They do not got 100 M's right now, dog. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, it was interesting because unlike Microsoft, which makes money like everywhere, Sony recently did their investor call and they said, "Hey, we're actually focusing on the PlayStation. We're gonna, that's gonna be the focus. We're not gonna focus on phones or TVs anymore. It's PlayStation." But they didn't mention games in this to investors at all. What they talked about was their TV service for PlayStation, their music service for PlayStation, and their video service for PlayStation. So yeah. PlayStation is their focus, right? But it's all these TV and multimedia things that they plan on making money with, and that's just like really hypocritical and funny to me. Like I get a kick out of that because we all know they were the ones busting Microsoft's chops about that, about doing other things besides gaming, and that just goes to show you that a lot of unintelligent people will buy into a slogan. You know what I'm saying? For the gamers, right? And then a lot of people buy into that, right? And now we know that the unintelligent people will buy into that slogan, and if it's heard enough, and they think that they are for the gamers, and that nobody else is. But if you just take a step back and look at their first year, it was the worst year ever in a console's history of exclusive. Worst.
I'm glad
ever.
you said something about that crap because only thing they offered them this whole year was great catchy titles. You know what I'm saying? Greatness awaits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
for the gamers, you know what I'm saying? It's just good catchy titles that they get they gamers all hyped on and they go around quoting that crap to Xbox dudes, man.
Greatness awaits. They're for the players.
I'm still waiting on greatness.
Exactly. Exactly. See,
I'm still waiting on greatness.
We're smart enough to see through that stuff, but there is an unintelligent people that see that, or where the greatest play, right? I see that too. And I'm like, where the greatest play, bitch? Are you serious? You can't even, there's not even any games to play on there. I can play all that shit. You know what I'm saying? They took a big gamble on that Destiny game, which was awful.
Oh, my goodness, man. They spent a lot of chips on that game.
Yeah, they did. And guess what? We still haven't heard any numbers on sales for that game. Not only have we not heard any numbers for sales on that game, but I have to believe that the sequel is probably going to not do very well.
Oh yeah, I think that I'm gonna tell you what ruined that game. Before we fucking the master does with it. I think honestly, what ruined that game, honestly, may have been the Sony fan base. Had that game came out and just been
what it was.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Instead of advertising and hyping as the second coming of Halo, which it wasn't, and just let the game be what it was. You know what I mean? I think the hype of that game did lead up, and honestly, and by them doing it for the PS2 and 360, also the game storyline was horrible, man, Yeah. And I think they ruined the game, man. So I hope they don't think that they're gonna go out there and, and really, they're gonna have to really, really bring it for Destiny 2, you know what I mean? Show us something because those sales, they're not gonna get those sales again. I'm sorry, I don't see how. You know what I mean?
I'm definitely not because for one thing, I feel a little bit lied to. Like, okay. Yeah, they were going for an MMO thing, but guess what? I had this Defiance type, which Defiance was a good game, MMO shooter on the 360 PS3 last gen, right? Really good. I thought it'd be like that. There's a really good story there. There's no story on Destiny. There's none. You don't ever know what the hell is going on. You've got that little bot telling you some exposition here and there, and then he's like, guard me while I fucking hack into this. Over and over again.
I hated that the bot coached you through the first half of the game, man.
Dude, that's all it does. That's the whole game.
He was telling you everything. It's look out, danger, up ahead. I'm like, come on now, dog. Goodness, man, that game kind of got on my nerves, man. I was like, I don't want this trash.
The guy that they got, like, he's the midget from Game of Thrones, right? Real popular at the time, Peter Dinklage, right? The problem is he didn't take that voice acting role. So you need a voice actor sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's real good actors, and then there's really bad ones that are bad for voice acting. Like, he's just reading a fucking script, and it comes across really bad. Like, it's not...
Man, I mean, he's telling you where rifles at. He's telling you where everything is at. I'm like, come on now, dude.
It's money. I mean, like I said, it didn't bomb out at the box office. This reminds me of the type of thing that it made everybody went to go see. But when they saw it, they complained about it. You know what I mean? So they're not going to be looking forward to
And you know what? The tripped out part. This game sold well, all because they held back on the reviews of it.
Yeah. Hey, did you
If
see
the reviews would have came out ahead of time, I don't think that game would have sold that well.
And now it set a precedent too, because now we're seeing a lot of quote unquote reviews in progress, even when these people get these games a week early. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, look, Microsoft sent out the Master Chief Collection to these reviewers, I think 10 days early, and then they still had reviews in progress when it launched. I mean, I think that's kind of ridiculous. And then they go. Well, I don't even want to get started on the whole review debacle where they went in and changed the reviews and fucking just. I mean, it was like a bunch of bullshit to me, but you know, I think that's kind of crazy, in my opinion, that there's getting these games 10 days, a week in advance, and they can't get these games reviewed in that time. You know, it's basically them getting more clicks because look at their review in progress, and they're getting all these clicks and views, and they can do multiple videos that way.
You know what? I think it is. I'm sorry, I'm going to answer both questions, but to answer your thing, you know, show about you don't think Destiny would have sold well if the reviews. I beg to differ because the Sony fan, like, okay, they was hyping it as the second coming because that was their first time of them getting a Halo. That was the hype. It wasn't about the review. That was the thing. The first time Bungie's doing a game on the Sony platform. You understand what I'm saying? So that was the mystique. That was the hype. You know what I mean? And Sony fans were, you know, they're very, very loud on the internet, and they were hyping this like it was the everything. The Sony fans paraded around just like it was their console exclusive.
Yeah.
You know, you know, they were talking about the DLC. It's exclusive, and I don't buy DLC anyway. You know, Microsoft. If you listen to this, also whoever Greenberg or whoever chimes in, you know, they said to they may listen from time to time, or whatever the case may be. Even when Microsoft spend that money to going out to get the Call of Duty map packs and all that stuff I'm just talking about me. That doesn't sway my purchase of me going to buy a game for a platform. You know what I mean? I'm going to get the DLC first here. No, I don't think so. You know what I mean? I guess, you know, if you're going to buy a game for that platform, is that your friends are there, you know, and all that type of stuff. That's the deciding factor, not because, you know, your DLC is there first. I don't, you know what I mean? So I wish they would stop paying all that money to get, you know, to lock down this DLC. But Microsoft was putting that money in the games, though, so they don't have that problem. But Sony spent like $40 million or something like that for that DLC for the year or whatever they did. You know, that I think that was crazy. They only don't have many games. They're going to spend $40 million to be the only console to be able to advertise Destiny and this, that, and the other. I think that was.
Hey, Destiny, we're the greatest play, bro.
Yeah, the greatest play. I think though next gen. I mean, if you look at the sales on the PS4 versus the Xbox One, a lot of Xbox dudes wouldn't have got it once those reviews would have came out. I think that would have cut them sales in half.
Yeah, I was kind of on the fence. I was kind of on the fence, right? And
you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, a lot of the Xbox dudes is what helped push it because it was multi-platform. If it was single, I don't think it wouldn't have did that well.
So we all got to play it before it came out from the beta anyway. So
and to be honest with you, you played a big ass part of it in that beta because you had to fucking replay the first like 4 hours or whatever, and that game is all replaying that same fucking level over and over again to level grind up. It's ridiculous.
The tripped out part is that they lied and said that it was a MMO where you was going to be able to have all these little things. Once the review came out that it was not that damaged that game.
You know what? Also, too, though, you know, you gotta. But you know, because I know a lot of key people from Bungie stayed at 343. No, I hate when the man who 343 is ruining Halo. Like the majority of the motherfuckers at Bungie are at it. What the hell are you talking about? But anyway, make a long story short, man, I don't know, man. Like that shit, the beta turned me off. That's why I didn't go out and buy the goddamn game. That beta turned me off. I was like, ew, no. You know what I mean? So I didn't even give them my money. Like
I think I got it because there wasn't a lot else out at that time. Remember, there was a couple months where there was really not much on any of the platforms.
You gotta realize, you know, there was a dry spell because. You know, that's how the way the industry go. Everything gets saved back for September, October, November for those holiday sales. Think about what comes out from September, October, November. We don't get many games in December, but everything comes out September, October, November. You know what I mean? For the sales. You know what I mean? That's everything. You get a dry spell in summertime. You know, it's kind of it is. You know what I mean? It's you know, history repeats itself. It's gonna be the same thing next year. You know, you're gonna probably get like in the spring. The summer's going to be
You know,
dry.
I wish they would do if they're gonna do re-releases or remakes, release them in the summertime. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What the nail in everyone's side is once they stop making games for the 360 and the PS3. That's going, that's really what's holding this generation back. But no matter how pretty that game looks, they still have to get that game to run on the 360 and the PS3. So they, you understand what I'm saying? You know how consoles back PC. Well, current gen is still holding back everything because they got, even though we got no consoles out there, they still got to get these games to run on, current gen hardware. I mean, 7 to 8 year hardware. You know what I mean? So there's not much that they can do. You know. But even with as far as the networking, you know what I mean? Even as far as the network, like as far as these true MMOs, like those last generation consoles, they really couldn't do it. They really couldn't handle the bandwidth and stuff. You know what I mean? Wasn't enough system memory in those consoles. You know what I mean? So, when that's why we never really had a Diablo game, like a true Blizzard, those type of games, because the way those consoles with the 360 wasn't really set up and made for that. You know what I mean? Wasn't enough resources, but it is what it is, man.
Hey, yeah, I mean, I think that you're right. Hopefully they do get a few more MMOs this year.
They can. Look at it. Look at the x86 architecture. Think about it. People are complaining, like, well, I got to install everything. When you put an app into a PC, what do? You have to download it first before you run it. It's the same thing with these goddamn consoles. You know what I mean? I wish they gave us a gigabyte hard drive in a brick. Some of these games is 50 and 60 gigs.
Dude, are you finding that that's a lot of problems too, because they only give you technically, okay, it's a 500 gig hard drive in there, but you only get 364 gigs of usable space. It's like, wow. I think they underestimated probably the size of the games. You know what I mean?
It should have came out with 1 terabyte from out the gate.
It was a terabyte, because let's keep it real. Hard drives are cheap. It's the companies, whether Microsoft is guilty of it, Sony's definitely guilty of it, giving you a memory card, for the handheld, $90 for 1 gig, you know what I mean? They're definitely guilty of gouging the prices for that. We are able to buy our own, whatever brand, whatever cheap brand it is, but they should have been a terabyte in those consoles from the brick.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And both of them, and that hurts the Wii U as well, because that doesn't even have a hard drive. It's like a flash drive.
Listen. Don't talk about that Wii U. Don't talk about it.
Please not, because we don't need to get him. He a Nintendo Nazi, man. God,
the
good.
The Wii U dog shit, man.
Hey, listen here. Me ask you a question.
We're going to call you the Hitler of Nintendo, bro.
Yeah, for a whole week, right? I've been hitting them up with that black. Let me ask both of you guys a question. I already hyped my field. Let me ask you guys a question. We getting some early reports that that from some sites that the 360 may have outsold the Wii U.
I believe that because I got 2 of them.
Oh, I'm just, so let me ask you a question. So, not saying this is true for you Nintendo fans, but it comes out it's not true. Oh, you got to spoil. I said, if it is true, and on the heels of your release of your largest game, because I've been hearing about Smash Brothers. Oh, Smash Brothers is going to destroy Halo. Smash is going to destroy this part sales and all this stuff. And if like I've always said, you had Smash, you had Mario Kart, you had all those games in the GameCube. The GameCube still ended up in last place, right? If that is true, if the 360 outsold the Wii U this Black Friday, what do you think was the next step for Nintendo?
I think that Nintendo is gonna just, it's hard to say because they're making money off the 3DS and stuff, and they're still selling some software. Here's the thing though, I think the Wii U might have hit its potential. I don't think that, if it's gonna hit 10 million, I think that, it's not gonna have. Why is that thing still it was as expensive as the Xbox One or more expensive. You know what I'm saying?
You know why? Because again, it's not the console that costs. It's the actual tablet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a recipe for disaster. I don't care how you spin it.
It's shit online system that's non-existent with no chat and no nothing like that. A bulky controller. And I'm gonna be honest, and I kind of like the Wii U and have one and use it, but but I gotta tell you, when you're using this fucking controller, you're not even looking at your TV, man. You're always more concentrated on what's on the screen. It interferes with your gameplay experience. You know what I'm saying? Like what they needed to do was release something. It didn't have to be 8 gigs, but maybe release something with 4 or 6 gigs and a regular controller. Look, people love that fucking GameCube controller.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? The 8 gigs. You talking about the RAM, or what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah, with a memory in the Wii U. Like this is what they should have done. Put in a fucking real hard drive. Put in 6 gigs of RAM or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And give them a regular controller. Look how many people bought up that fucking GameCube adapter for the Wii U. I mean, people want a fucking real controller with their Nintendo platforms.
Yeah, I think they should stick with the Pro controller.
Oh yeah, but what I've said, you know what I mean, what Nintendo should have done, they should have made it, because I don't care, we don't have, that tablet controller was supposed to be the new wave, the next generation.
Yeah, because everybody was using tablets.
I know that, you know, if anybody know me, I had about 19 goddamn tablet master. They, you know, they actually utilized the tablet controller to make, you know what, this is the next generation here. You know, Nintendo did, you know, like now Nintendo had the Wii balance board. They should have bundled every, you know, Wii U with the Pro controller, and so if they want to do the whole tablet, maybe the actual tablet. If you're gonna do it, do it. Maybe better take your tablet and have Wi-Fi, YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And maybe utilize, maybe sell it for $150. You know, people would have bought it. You had a game that actually utilizes this tablet controller and takes it to the next level. I think that's cool. You know what I mean? But and also, if you think about it, you got kids in the home. You got the Wii U. Everybody's gonna want the tablet controller. You know what I mean? You got that one, got that fishy ass nunchuck. That one got, you know what I mean? And it's just sad to say because, and again, not to get too technical, the Wii U, they shares a CPU. Well, I'm not mistaken, with the goddamn console. You know what I mean? So it's sharing the bandwidth. Remember, when you cut it off on the TV, you can have it right on your screen. And you know, man, it's just like, you know, fucked up. I think Nintendo, you know, I don't know. No, even better. Fuck that crap and show. Do you think that, knowing that we know now and seeing what we have, and not saying that the Xbox and the PS4 world beaters, do you think Nintendo put out the Wii U to compete with the Xbox One and the PS4, or did put it out to compete with the PS3 and the 360?
I think they put it out with the with the PS3 and 360. And it fails because they don't do. I mean, what did Watch Dogs do on the Wii U? I mean,
it's like FIFA 13 now, so that's a 2-year sports title, bro.
Yeah.
Walk on the store. Let me get that Madden 09 with Tim Hardaway on the cover. No, I'm saying though, like, and I'm not trolling, and you, like, god damn, you know, I hate when Nintendo fans say, well, if they waited 9 months for it to come out, and you know, when it came out with it, if you wasn't gonna buy it, then let's say, but game was coming out for the Xbox when it got pushed back, and I still wouldn't. I'm still gonna buy it for the Xbox One. You know what I mean? If you still have. You know, I don't understand that, but, you know.
Hey,
yeah.
well, hey, a good reason why the Xbox 360 is probably outselling the Wii U is because it's still getting Call of Duty, it's still getting Madden, it's still getting, you know, Assassin's Creed. It's getting an Assassin's Creed game that has online play. You know what I mean? It's still better. It's better than the Wii U. Let's be honest, it's better. Like, it might not technically from a hardware standpoint, but they've fucking done so much with that. I mean, look at Halo 4. That game looks beautiful on 360, way better than I thought. I think that looked probably the best looking last-gen game. I don't care what anybody says. Wii U had, because of the way their characters are, and their IPs, they don't really have anything that looks great on that console. You know what I mean? So, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's just like kitty stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody gets stoned.
And I like it. You know, I like some of that stuff.
But you know what? It's crazy, and people who quick to say, you know, it's sad to say. You know, I guess it's the new Smash Brothers 1080p or something.
I have no idea what it is.
I have no idea.
What I'm hearing, and people have nerve to say that this is crazy as hell. That Smash. I'm not talking about gameplay. I'm not talking about fun factor. They're saying that Smash Brothers looks better graphically than fucking Killer Instinct.
I don't know about that. I don't.
You know, like, God, you can't be shitting me. The Wii U games are not pushing the same polys, the same textures, and the same shaders. They're not.
Well, you know, a lot of people that say this kind of thing, right? And let's just call this out because a lot of people probably aren't hip to this. That there's a saying that goes, "The enemy of your enemy is your friend," right? So obviously, if you're a PlayStation 4 fan, you're gonna say yeah, hey, look, the Wii U, that fighter is better than the Xbox One fighter. That's what they're going to say. That's why, if you look at back at this past E3, and they did that vote for who had the best E3, well, the PlayStation fans, they knew that the PS4 E3 was shit. And they
Oh
knew the
yeah,
Xbox One was better. So who did they vote for? They voted for the Nintendo's
Nintendo.
E3.
Yeah.
Even though they only showed like 11 games or something, it was fucking ridiculous. They didn't even show up at E3. You know what I'm saying? But the enemy of your enemy is your friend. So they're gonna team up. That's why the whole PS4 fanboy thing alliance has started, right? Even though it doesn't make sense to me because PC is Microsoft, Xbox is Microsoft. You know, it's all Microsoft. So, and that never made any sense to me.
All you need is a personal computer. A personal fucking computer. Generation is like, come on, man. Like, you know, the PC is not a fucking console. That's like me bragging about playing games on my Mac. So the fuck what? You know, like, come on. My grandmother has a computer that makes her just because your graphics card might cost $1,000 more than my grandmother's graphics card. She has a PC. She plays mine.
I like the other excuse that they give. It's not a console, but it's a platform to play games. I'm like, man, shut up. Shut up, man. Just shut up. It's a platform to play games. I was like, man, shut up.
Think about it, you know, 'cause I wish, again, like I heard Chris Moon debated, what do you call that guy, Blackbuster Credit. I wish I fucking ripped his ass. I would, if Blackbuster Credit, you're listening right now, come on, run this bitch back. I know you want that rematch, man. Debate me between the Xbox One and the goddamn PC. I just bought my grandmother a PC to desk, you know, she's taking a computer class, whatever fuck, in her old age. But whatever, cool. So I went and got her a PC and stuff, set it up. Like I said, my grandmother has a computer. Is she a gamer? She plays solitary. She plays, you know, Minesweeper. She has also little games.
Minesweeper.
Yeah, I'm just saying. This console race is not between PC, Xbox, and PS4. It's between the PS4, the Xbox, and the Wii U. That's it.
Yeah, well, this is the thing that I've said this a million times, and I'll say it again. Console gamers play on consoles, and PC gamers play on PC, and sometimes people play on both. But for the most part, console gamers like the ease and just, you know, you pop in your game, you're good to go or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, you kick back. It's like you go in your, you know, what have you. That you hit your achievements, your trophies or whatever. There's not a bunch of bullshit involved. You know what I mean? It's like that's what I like about it. It's just easy. You know what I'm saying? You can kick back with your controller. You ain't gotta fucking mess with a keyboard and mouse and you know.
When I got my first bill, I bought those goddamn games on Steam. When I finally got the PC in the mail, bro, I was the game Dirt 3, and you know, wanted to upload it, and the motherfucker wasn't cut over. Like I'm like, you know, and like I said, it's sad to say, all that money Steam made, they didn't have a fucking hotline. I had to send them an email, wait for them to go back. I had to go to this one site in Hebrew to download a driver from here. You know what I mean? Like when you buy these games, you want to sit down and play. You can spend your last, and the game not even boot up. Like,
exactly. That's a problem. You know what I'm saying? And this is, let's be honest, there is probably a hardcore percentage, maybe 1% of PC gamers that went all out and have these really tight rigs that can run shit at 120 frames or whatever. It's a really small percentage, right? The bigger percentage of PC gamers, quote unquote gamers, are the cheap bastards that like the Steam sales once a year, buy 100 games for $5 that they're never going to play, and then brag about it, talk about PC Master Race in every fucking comment section there is, even though we all really know it's just PC Forgotten Race because more and more developers don't want to put their shit on PC because it just gets pirated.
They bootleg it.
Yeah, look at Far Cry 4.
Listen, prime fucking example. And I ain't trying to throw nobody under the bus or anything. Look at Dark Holy, right? He's supposed to be quote unquote a PC gamer. He bootlegs all his goddamn games. You know what I mean? I'm not taking a stab at the dude. If you look at the PC launch sales of like Call of Duty and shit like 36,000, you got all these supposedly these fucking PCs in the world only sold 30,000. Like you understand what I'm saying? Like, god damn. And I think only reason why still games on PC because they don't want to turn it back on their roots. But there's no money there. Like, come on,
there is no money there. I mean, look at this, right? The games like Titanfall. Remember how everybody was like, "I'll get Titanfall on PC," and then you find out that nobody did. You know what I mean?
They
And
sure didn't.
that's
They
because you have to
pirated that.
play.
They pirated the mess out of that game, boy.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, for an online game, right, everybody bitches about DRM, but the games that actually sell well on PC have DRM. You look at that newest SimCity sold like crazy, and it had DRM. You had to fucking be online, and you had to go through hoops to buy, and people bought it. Same thing with Diablo 3 on PC. That sold really well on PC, but it had a DRM component at first, and so you had to buy it to play it, and people wanted to buy it. It sickens me that so many people, like, look at Far Cry 4. They were bitching about something about Far Cry 4, and then the guy tweets out, he's like, hey, if you're bitching about this, you're playing a pirated copy. Yeah, you know
I'm telling you, they got the gold pirate patch, bro,
yeah, they do. I mean,
for
come
stealing,
on.
boy. Good night.
Yo, a greater that game is sold like 19,000 on a PC or some crazy shit like that. But look at this shit here, bro. Yeah, you know, but like I said, this console race is not between these consoles and PC because I don't give a fuck what all you guys rigs. You know what's crazy, right? Only less than 1% people have the supercomputers. Spal did a survey, or Steam did a survey. The Wii U was more powerful than most people's gaming rig. Not bullshit you not. If I feel like going dumpster diving, I will find the link in the article and put it down here somewhere. I'm bullshit you not. That shit blew my mind. I'm like, God damn, the Wii U? You know what I mean? But, you know, it is what it is, though. You know what I mean? But
yeah, they got that John Doe computer.
Bro.
John Doe had that John Doe computer. John Doe, what do that, man?
1 gig memory.
Yeah, 1 gig, yeah, 1 gig. 0.1, it was 0.001 teraflops. Shout out to Doe, man.
Yeah,
Miss
what
that
up?
dude.
This is John Doe.
What's your boy John Doe?
This is your boy John Doe.
Shout out to him, man.
Hey, I wanted to talk a little bit about something I did a video on, which is VG charts, right? Everybody is making these VG chart stuff now, like throwing them out there, like, look at this, look at these sales. And then I did a video, which, of course, I went and did research, right? And you can find out all about VG charts, and I'll go over it again real quick in case anybody hasn't watched my video. Okay, VG charts was created by this guy. He has a job. Everybody that does stuff there, that's only a part-time thing. What they do is they base their things on hype. They base their numbers on guesstimations, and basically they're analysts. That's what they do. They also have admitted that they don't change their numbers to reflect what the official numbers are. They just wait for them to, quote-unquote, catch up. And they've been wrong by literally hundreds of thousands of units before on games because they try to break stories. They're ad-supported, which means they thrive on getting hits. That's also the only place you can go, realistically, to do the fanboy fight thing with sales, and they love it, right? So me and Next Gen and Showstopper could start our own site just like it and come up with bullshit numbers and have it ad-supported, and people would go there, and that would be just as wrong or just as right, depending on how you want to look at it. So people that are trying to throw these numbers out there like, oh, Sony sold 15 million. How could they sell 15 million when in November 14th, which was 2 weeks ago, at the 1 year anniversary of the PS4, they said, hey, we just shipped 13.5. So why would they have them as 15 million sold on VG charts? Not shit sold, but still have Xbox One at 8 million sold when Microsoft said, hey, we're at over 10 million. Both of them would be shipped at that point. Yet they have to, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't back up what they're saying, and they kind of expose themselves right there as far as I'm concerned. I mean, even more so. I mean, they were already a joke to anybody with any kind of sense.
But you know, like I said, I've done 2 videos about the shit over there in 4G myself, talking about so they get caught fudging, you know, faking Sony's numbers, and it just dawned. I said, damn, look at just 15 million, and I'm looking at this 8. Like Microsoft came out and said that they you know, shipped 8 million. Like I said, I've been subscribed to the chart since the 6th generation. That's when I got up on it, you know, when the Xbox and PS2. I was an Xbox fan, so, you know, the PS2 was destroying the goddamn Xbox.
Yeah, it was.
And, you know, and I forgot the guy's name. I remember when they first started, it was small. I believe he's from New Jersey. And I used to be an admin in the group, but make a long story fuck on that. I'll say this. If you're saying that Sony sold, and this is Sony sold 15 million and they shipped 20 million. I don't know why they say that. That's the new thing they say. Sony gives you I think either 1 month or 3 months free PlayStation Plus when you get I didn't even open my card up. When you get a PlayStation 4, So their PS Plus subscribers are only right now at 7.9 million, right?
Yeah.
And if they sold as many fucking PS4 as you said, they PlayStation Plus user would be much higher. It wouldn't be at 8 million. You're still missing. You get about 7 million users, and that 8 million. This we gonna say 8. That's including the Vita and the fucking PS3.
PS3, which PS3 has had had PlayStation Plus for years. So the fact that you'd have to count that a good amount of those might be PS3 or just strictly Vita or what have you. You know what I'm saying?
So that's just that's just I don't understand. No, it is no crap. You know what it is? I do understand. It's about they about to lose their most precious exclusives. You know what I mean? It was you imagine it was okay with Sony being at 13.5 million ship when they first thought Microsoft was at 5 million. So when this came out and said Microsoft also shipped 10 million. There's a ship. There's no way in hell even Sony and Microsoft don't even know. There are a lot of fucking smaller countries that don't deal with Walmart. They don't deal with GameStop. They're mom and pop. Microsoft, they sell them to retail. Those are the numbers that they use. See.
Yeah, that was another point I made in that VG Charts video was Microsoft and Sony have trouble getting hard data in some of these smaller countries, and yet VG Charts has no problem just posting up whatever numbers they want because there's no way to really fact check them. Yeah. So nobody's going to really call them out, and people are going to just use the excuse, well, it's the closest you can get. Well, guess what? I could just invent shit off the top of my head, and that's just as accurate. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make it right. You know what I mean?
Hey man, I just can't wait to see when the truth come out. You know what I'm saying? The faces on these ponies, boy. That's gonna be classic.
Well, you know what the funny thing was? I made a joke the other day. I said Sony's in danger of losing their biggest exclusive, which is the sales game. Right?
Next year, well, that face gonna be priceless.
Once that goes, I mean, what is there to left to brag about? Fucking grass on Grand Theft Auto 5? Give me a break. You know what I mean? They seriously were bragging about that. I seriously thought that was troll attempt by Digital Foundry to see what's the stupidest thing that we could come up with that Sony fans will run with and brag about, and that had to be it. Hey, look at this. We got grass. Yes. Woo!
We got grass.
We got more grass, bitches.
We got more grass than y'all.
Exactly.
I'm like, what?
Exactly.
Wait a minute. When they hit me with that one, man, I was like, wow, y'all talking about grass. I thought they were joking,
man.
I thought it was a joke at first, man, but they was dead serious. Like, you butts don't know nothing. This is our power. I'm like, y'all put y'all power. I said, y'all put your power in grass? Y'all smoking something bigger than y'all self, boy. Good night. They on some strong stuff.
All that power in the PS4 gave a green thumb, huh? Everybody got that motherfucking landscaping, huh? They taking different screenshots. Look, our bushes is higher. Yo, that's sad. If you gotta sit back and pixel counting, but fuck all that. Now that's not even people talking about that too much anymore. Yeah. That resolution shit is dying up. But it's sad to say that you can't even sit back and talk about who got the better games. That should be the only discussion. Who got the more AAA? Who got the better games? You know what I mean? There's no who got the better the online service. That's no brainer.
Oh yeah, that's a lockdown right there.
What we should talk about. You know what I mean? Let's look at 2015. I'm just being honest. What does Sony have?
They have Bloodborne, The Order. What is that? That Tearaway game, which is that Vita port or whatever that is.
Oh, you talking about the little paper stuff game that they have?
Yeah, all I want is AAA games. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Well, they have. I don't think Uncharted is coming out next year, but
no.
I mean, you could try.
That's just a placement. You know what I'm saying? Just to boost
that's just so people go, well.
It's like how they did the order. They did the order like that, and they get released.
They're like, hey, I'm going to get this because the order will come out later this year, or people will say, hey, I'll get a PS4 because Uncharted next year, because that sounds better than saying, hey, if it comes out 2016, what the fuck are you going to do with this console for 2 years? Literally, Sony fans should be pissed off right now at Sony because they've had the worst support ever in the history of consoles for the first year. Worst. Absolutely shocking how piss poor that fucking lineup is.
Yeah, man, I don't know, man. See, like I said,
you know what? Hey, just real quick though, I want to point out something, right? Like, look, towards the end of the Xbox 360 is still going strong, but even the years when everybody was like exclusives on PS3, great, exclusives are awesome, PS3 exclusives. At that time, the third-party shit was so superior to the exclusives coming out that it didn't really matter. Right now, it's third-party developers are struggling a bit with these new hardware. I mean, you can look at like some of the third-party stuff isn't as great as you would think it would be. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's good, but it's not like, you know, it's not where it should be. So it's not to the point where you can say, hey, this third-party stuff is enough to keep you going. You know what I mean? Because it's not really. In my opinion, anyway, it's not.
Like I said, I think I got you know, in the video I did, I think that these consoles are going to start to really show their wings and their beauty next year. Once, like I said, they get away from doing games on the you know, the PS3 and the 360. Like I said, they may have some great ideas, but you know, the last generation, the 360 are holding them back. You know what I mean? So next year they're gonna start using more next generation engines. I wish I could talk about fucking Fable Legends, but my God. Next fucking year, 2015, it's going to be a work of art, man. That's all I got to say, man.
Yeah, it's shaping up to look pretty damn good. I mean, and the funny thing is, like, Aaron, and I ended up in a story off this tweet, which was, I said, hey, congrats, you know, you guys did a great job this year, you know, you deserve all the success, and he tweeted back, hey, we're not done, we got really, really big plans for next year. You know, just hold tight. And they actually made, you know, that's what I like about Xbox, too. I mean, can we sit there and talk to Yoshida and he's going to shoot the shit with us? Aaron Greenberg will sit there and talk to you 5-6 tweets in a row. You know what I'm saying? Phil Spencer, too, man. He'll talk the shit with you. You know what I mean? Well, a little bit less since he's the whole head of Xbox now, but, you know, but still, all those guys do. Mike Ybarra, all these guys will talk to you. You know what I'm saying? There's not this big barrier or anything like that. They talk games. They like games. You know, try talking to Yoshida once or anything and see what happens, man. You're not going to get anything. You're not going to, you know what I'm saying? There's a big kind of discord there, and that kind of, you know, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I like that Microsoft is so open and they talk to the fans and communicate and ask you what you want. It makes the Xbox One better and a more appealing choice, in my opinion. You know, again, just my opinion. Just one guy's opinion. But, of course, they'll all be like, hey, fat ass, you know. Hey, let's use your face and put it on naked pictures because we're fags.
Picasso crap, bro. They had that bad boy, man. I'm talking everything.
Hey, well, you know what though, man? You can't blame them, man. What else they got to do? They ain't got no games.
Yeah. That's what ponies do, man. I said that in my video, man. If they can't get you with facts, they turn to violence. When that don't work, then they go to some old weird old gay stuff. And
yeah, exactly. You know what? Yeah, I did a video about how, because you know how all the PlayStation fans are like, oh, no reason to get an Xbox One because those games all go to PC. So I sat there and counted out all the PS4 games that are only on PS4, and there's 4 of them, and we all know which fucking 4 they are. It's the same shitty 4 it's been all goddamn year, right? Knack, Killzone, Infamous, and Drive Club, right? So that's it. That's it, all right? You know, and I said, hey, those are the only ones. And instead of people saying, oh, you know, trying to come back with that, they're, oh, you suck, you're a disgrace to gaming, blah, blah, blah. They try to deflect it around. Well, what is the Xbox? What the fuck, you know what I'm saying? This is just talking about the PlayStation 4 here, and they can't accept the facts, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, wow. You know what I mean? You just blow them away with their own logic, right? Because they try to use this shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the PS4 is selling so well because why? Because it's got 4 exclusives? Because it's got multi-platform games that you can play on everything else? Yeah. It's got the version of Grand Theft Auto 5 with more grass. Holy shit.
you know what I like that the ponies do, man, now, once there's a lot of bad PlayStation news and everything like that, to keep you from saying something negative about their console. Now they want to get back to gaming. They're like, come on, bro. Let's be what we are. We're gamers.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's get back together. I'm like, man, don't nobody want to hear that, man. Don't come sympathizing with me. You about to get the same stuff you dished out. You about to catch that crap right now.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
What I'm saying?
Hey, they were all bragging about sales too, right? And then you start talking about a little bit of sales, and they're like, hey.
Look, man, this console war stupid.
Yeah.
I'm like it.
Exactly.
Like, sit your butt down somewhere.
Yeah. Hey, the console war's stupid when all of a sudden the Xbox One's stomping ass, dude.
Yeah, now it's stupid. Now it's not. It shouldn't be. I'm like, man, sit down somewhere.
Dude, I get that too. Or I get this. I really like your
You have
channel. I really like your channel, but I feel like you're focusing a little bit too much on the Sony hate. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I'm like, so this is what I say. I go, you look at their comment history because people don't assume that you can fucking do that. I don't know why. So you look at it, you see that they're all pro Sony and shit on all the things that they talk about. So I go, hey, okay, this is what you can do. You can, 1, unsubscribe me. 2, maybe don't watch a video called "There's no reason to buy a fucking PS4 this year because there's no games." You know what I'm saying? Hey, imagine that. Imagine that.
This is the one I like right here when they do this one. They comment to you and be like, can anybody answer me this? What does a pony has to do with a Sony fan? You know, what does a baby horse have to do with anything? I'll be like, well, okay. I'm like, well, you just answer your own question, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all some dang on baby horse. Emphasis on the baby.
Yo, I don't know where.
I'm like, man, that's exactly what y'all act like, some dumb baby horses, man. Because all y'all do is take what y'all daddy give y'all, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't grown enough to walk on your own. You need your sheeta.
Hey, son, I was waiting on the next gym was off them happy pills. I mean, I was this motherfucker, high as motherfucker James Brown with a hook in the car. I said, Mark, look at this motherfucker. I said, what? You Sony fucking pony?
Baby horse?
Yeah, you Sony pony. Wow.
Hey, can I say something about this comment? Okay, this fucking idiot Alucard. He believes that Sony has sold 15 million PS4s and shipped another 13 million. Do the math on that, right? That's 28 million. He thinks that there's been 28 million fucking PS4 shipped in 1 year. That's basically what he's saying. He's saying that they've shipped 28 million, sold 15 million. Yeah, he is, but he's a fucking idiot. That shows what fucking morons PC dudes are, because the guys fucking don't know what he's talking about. He thinks that they fucking shipped 28 million and sold 15. What a fucking idiot, dude.
Hey, I'm gonna hit him with this. I'm gonna hit him with one of his little favorite sayings. Google it.
Yeah,
keep pushing it. Google it. You know what I'm saying?
Look, and I usually don't even respond to this fucking moron, right? I got him blocked on my but if you, when you're a company and you talk to investors, you tell them how many you fucking shipped, right?
Simple.
So, okay, so 13.5, that's what they fucking shipped. They've sold, according to them, 10 million or maybe a little bit more than that. They didn't fucking ship 28 million and sell 15. That's bullshit. They would have said that they sold that. Why would they have fucking
whatever they higher number is? Sony would have came out and said it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That would be like
15 sound way better than 13.5.
Exactly. They just had the 1 year anniversary and they said, hey, look at all these bazillion stats we have. They pushed the share button this many times and we've shipped 13.5 million. They just did that November 14th. November 14th.
You know what, crap? Fucking shut this whole argument better than that. Sony only sells the goddamn console once. They don't get double the sales. They sell it to retail. Okay? Yep. It's not. It doesn't get who buys what the customers. Retail sells it to the customers. Sony again. If they sold, you say with 28 million consoles, Sony came out and said, yeah, we sold 28 million consoles because they sell them to retail. Ship, sell, retail. That's how it goes. They don't get paid when someone walks in the store and picks it up. No, it doesn't work like that. That store gets paid. Okay? Sony sells Sony, Microsoft, Dell, whoever the fuck, Apple sells consoles to retail and to the stores. Okay? They don't get money when you walk into the store and say, hey, look at this. No, the store gets paid. You know what I mean? Put that back and make another order. That's how that works, okay? So if you're saying 28 million, Sony sold 28 million, okay? If they sold 28 million, there will be at least 25 million PlayStation Plus subscribers. They give you 3 months free, a month or 3 months free, if I'm not mistaken, okay?
Yeah, because if you look at Yoshida, or when they did that whole, when they did that little announcement, 7.9 million PS Plus users or whatever, they did that right after that really big launch of Destiny, right? Because then everybody redeemed that free fucking month of PlayStation Plus or whatever, so you're going to have more. I would actually guess that it's probably under 6 million.
But not even that. Even if you look at Sony, and this is knocking it all down, right? Even if you look at Sony's biggest month, which was September in North America, and North America is the biggest. This is the biggest market here, okay? Yeah. And they had their biggest month in September since they sold 500,000. Even if you said they sold 500,000 every month, Okay, that's still only 7.5 goddamn million goddamn units. So you know what I mean for the year. You do 500,000 times 12. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is wrong with this
Well,
dude?
what kind of idiot thinks that they fucking shipped 28 million in 1 year? That's fucking stupid.
They sold this to retail.
That's the dumbest
Hey,
fucking
he
shit I've
went
ever heard in
way
my life.
overboard with the amount of consoles. 28 million. God. Now come on, man. You stretching on that one, bro. Good night.
The Sony only sells them once. Like that's they sold. That's
Good night.
Sony sold that shit to Best Buy. Sony sold that shit to Target. Sony didn't sell shit to no consumer. They sell to retail. Retail sells them to the consumer. You know what I mean? They get a printout once a month. They're saying, well, you know, not even really, you know, what's, you know, that it had nothing to do for their number, but you know, once a month from, you know, MPD when all the stores that do like Walmart. If I'm not mistaken, I don't even they do it this year. For years, Walmart didn't participate in MPD. And they're the biggest seller. They sell more consoles than goddamn GameStop and but all that shit put together. You know what I mean? Like they didn't participate. I don't know what they do now, and they don't even really participate in MPD. You know what I mean? They may have changed the district, but for years they didn't. And also that doesn't even count digital sales. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like not for nothing. Like this shit crazy as hell. You know, I know we're gonna be going on a rant, but I hope you guys understood what we're saying here. You know what I mean? So yeah, y'all said, well, Sony sold this thing. They only sell it one time. That's it.
Yeah, you know what? It's natural to want to be able to have something to fight with, some kind of ammo. Hey, look, it sold this much, but the
That
facts
whole
are,
argument is weak, though.
the only argument you have for sales is when these companies come out and say they've sold something. You know what I mean? That's the only time. Otherwise, it's just fake shit to back up your argument. VG Charts is completely fake. It's fake when it had Xbox ahead. It's fake when it has PlayStation ahead.
Yeah,
It's completely fake.
Well, the Xbox was going to hit another thing. When the Xbox get destroyed, show me some MPD numbers with a goddamn Wii outsold the Wii U Xbox One. Please. Show me 1 month. You know what I mean? I think the Wii didn't win 1 month with MPD. I think it was right at the launch. Right at the launch of the, I think it was maybe December. And one of those months, I think the Wii U did sell more. I think it was last year. You know, it was the shortage of the Xbox One. How the fuck did it get? But I think it was just that 1 month. But show me a month where the Wii U outsold the Xbox One. Please, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm not, you know, like, oh man, that shit just. But I'm hoping now you guys will get off to talking about this sell shit. Like, goddamn, if Sony sold 15 million, like, how many out in the canal then? I mean, how many, you know, say this all those 15 million consoles in the homes, and none of them is in stores, right?
Yes, no, man. I went to Walmart and I saw them.
I'm just, but,
Six of them sitting in there.
you know what's crazy? I wasn't gonna do a story on this. No one's even really talking about those 900,000 fucking why do you think you're still seeing Destiny bundles? That was supposed to be a limited time offer. They said that motherfuckers returned like 900,000 of them shits, or those Destiny bundles, and Sony didn't want to take them back. That's why you see those Destiny bundles now started back at Walmart, back at Target. What did Sony do? They flooded the market. That a bundle was supposed to be for a limited time only, and like, you know, it's fucking about to be December. You still seeing Destiny bundles? Like, come on.
Yeah, that's funny
You
because
couldn't even find it. Sunset Overdrive.
yeah, the Sunset Overdrive bundles were gone. They didn't even make it to Black Friday. Yeah, because that was a limited edition type deal. The funny thing was Sony way overestimated the amount of people that wanted that game, and then not only that, but the reviews and stuff. You know, this is, again, I'll state this, right? The industry clearly doesn't want Sony to fail. I don't know, like, if you look at the average age of the people that are running these sites, they probably, you know, the PlayStation 1, PlayStation, those were their first consoles, and so they have all these real good memories of Sony and things like this, so they want to make sure that they don't fail. If the reviews had been out for Destiny, I don't know if it sells as well. I know we talked about that a little bit earlier, but maybe it doesn't sell as well. It's not. I don't think that's a console seller. You know what I mean? And I think that
What's another console? I didn't hear you. What's another console seller? I didn't hear you, bro. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say that. That I think that Sony overestimated.
Destiny console. I'm sorry, I got you.
Yeah, Destiny's not, and I think they overestimated the amount of consoles that they would sell or that game would sell, and you know, that's why they still have them. You can still buy those. They're discounted. You know what I'm saying? I think
back. It was they had too many of them, like 900,000. That's what, you know what I mean. That's the thing. I mean, it was according to this one regional manager or something up in Best Buy. It's neither here nor there, but he was saying that they were trying to send back 50,000 of them, and not just them. There was just too many of them. They wasn't selling. They were just sitting there. taken up, and Sony didn't want to, take them back for whatever reason. But that's why you see them now. I guess Sony now they're selling more on their website or whatever the case may be. But it's not a deal. Here, you're gonna charge me what, $4.50? I can just buy the goddamn game myself. Like, that's not a steal. Like, they was counting on the whole white thing, but I'm gonna go buy this bundle. I'm gonna buy this Destiny bundle for $4.60. But I already have a, what I mean? That's not a steal. When the purpose you buying the bundle is to get it like a steal or some money off, but they're charging $4.50 for the Destiny bundle. The craziest shit ever. Like, fuck, man.
Yeah, it's kind of because they're bundles. You're paying for the games.
Yeah,
right. I mean, that's kind of a weird bundle. I mean, how is that a good deal? Like, the whole point of bundling stuff is to give you, give you some games to play, right? I mean, that's the whole point. And the fact of the matter is, you could get games, 2 or 3 games with Xbox One over Black Friday, and you couldn't do that, and for $100 less.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, I think that's.
We're going to talk about, we didn't talk on the GameStop thing about their being declined because of the digital sales. You hear about that?
What was it?
Well, no, GameStop just had their, I guess their annual, investment meeting. Their shit is down because they blamed it on the Microsoft was telling the digital sales being too low. Just think about it.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, just think about it.
Because on Black Friday they had like Shadow Mortars for like $20-$30. They had no, on digital on your Xbox dashboard. They had a whole bunch of like Black Friday deals for Titanfall for $12.
Yeah, you were selling Titanfall. Yeah, $12 with it was the complete edition with all the map packs for $12.
That's like I said in my video. This is like the first time ever in console gaming that console games have actually gotten Steam like sell deals like digitally. I mean, that's really, really, and I think I know GameStop kind of underestimated this whole power of digital sell. Everybody's on board with it. That's the new thing. That's the new fad. I mean, I got my pen. I'm gonna download my shit digitally. That really has taken off for both Microsoft and Sony. So they really don't need the middleman. So I'm saying right now, if Microsoft and start selling out of the gate brand new digital games for like $50, $45 or something like that, it'd be a wrap. That would be the nail in the coffin for goddamn GameStop. It would. Yeah,
I mean, they had some really good, even on 360. I mean, I know you don't go back, but they had Fight Night Champion or whatever that was for like $2. I was like, hell yeah, because I hadn't played one of those games in years, man. I was like, I'll go ahead and buy it. It was actually pretty damn good. It had a good story and stuff, But I mean, yeah, anytime you can get like those deals, like they did The Walking Dead, the first 2 seasons for $24. That's like 50-60% off of what it would be at retail or whatever, because those are normally, to get those at retail, like The Walking Dead season 1 is $30 for the disc, $30 a piece. So it would have been $60 for those 2 at GameStop, where you can get both of them digitally for $24 on Xbox Live right now on the Xbox One. So I think that's huge. And not only that, but look, GameStop did the worst Black Friday sales that I ever seen. They weren't even sales.
Oh, you use shit on sale. You can buy a used copy of Dragon Age Origin for $41. Buy it. Black Friday.
Well, it's funny because the Microsoft.
That was another game they had on sale too. Was Wolfenstein: The Order. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein was on sale.
Too.
It was only they had that on sale in the Microsoft store for I think $20 as well.
Yeah.
So they were actually, the Microsoft store does some good sales too, because they had Sunset Overdrive for I think $30, Forza Horizon 2 for $30, Shadow of Mordor for $25. They had a really good sales there. I mean, so you gotta look around. I think that, I kind of like that. I'm not a big fan of GameStop. I think they kind of screw you, but you know what I'm saying. I think I obviously can't do a lot of digital stuff because of my online situation, but so I still look for the deals. But the fact that, and plus they browbeat you when you go to buy games. Are you sure you don't want to buy the used version? Hell no. Yeah. And make sure if you give me that new copy, make sure it's got that original shrink wrap on there, because I know how you guys are. Does that ever happen to you guys? I bought a new copy of games before from GameStop, right? And it's out of the shrink wrap. And I'm like, what the hell is this,
Oh, it's brand new. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
No, I'm good, bro. Give me a different copy, player.
Yeah, thanks for giving me this obviously open copy that somebody took home and played. You know what I mean? Yeah, sure, new. What a load of shit. You know what I'm
Just
saying?
think
Yeah,
about
so,
this. You ain't gotta tear through that. You ain't gotta tear through that paper wrap. You know.
yeah, no, I pay for that, dude. I sniff that, bro. I'm like, oh yeah, that's the new game smell.
But
You know?
I went all digital now. Every game I get is digital now.
It's easier. I
It's,
admit that, man. You
I,
don't gotta.
I just like where I don't have to get up and change the dang on this. I can sit here and just say Xbox go to this or Xbox go to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's very easy. And it's just right there. And then what I like about it is that wherever you pause in the game,
Yeah.
you can leave and go away, and you can sit that bad baby for a few hours, whatever, a whole day. You come back, it's right there. So I like that, man. That is slick. That just make it a lot easier. I just wish the prices wasn't the same as in the store. They need to do something about that. At least take $10 off.
You said crap. I mean, sorry, show. You said you said some site you was telling me, but I don't remember. I think you said EB Games, the Amazon had like Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got Assassin's Creed Unity and Assassin's Creed
Black Flag. It was $38
Black
bucks
Flag
for the digital.
for $30. Yeah, for the digital. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the digital download code. Yeah, I saw that on. It was Amazon.
Amazon, right?
Yeah, it was Amazon. I think they might still have it up there. We need to come up with something like the Goon Platoon or something for the guys that tweet us this shit all the time. Because they seriously are the ones that they tweet us the cool pictures or the news stories or the fucking deals or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I get a lot of messages sometimes. They're like, hey, crap, check this out. Did you see this? Xbox One doing this. Or, you know what I'm saying? Did you catch this? PS4, man. They're in trouble by the fucking Federal Trade Commission for lying.
I'd be like, dang. I'm like, where y'all be finding this trash?
That's what I'm talking about.
You look into it, you be like, dang. Man, this is wild.
Yeah, so in case anybody didn't know, Sony got in trouble and actually has to refund some money for Vitas because they lied. They lied in commercials.
Oh yeah, they did, man. Sony is the king of liars, though, man. I mean, how many times do a company have to lie to you for you to understand that they're a liar, man? How many times?
Don't they sound familiar? Okay, this is what they got in trouble for because they promised that the share play or the feature, the what is that? Like the fucking thing, the remote play would work with PS3 game. They made it sound like it would work with all games, right? In their commercial, just like they said, share play will work with all games on the PS4, right? So isn't that false advertising too? I mean, I think they've set themselves up for this type of situation to happen again and again, where they're going to end up having to pay people back for lying to them. You know what I'm saying? But to them, like I said, early on, I think Sony wanted to sell PS4s no matter the cost, no matter what they had to say. I believe that company had a certain amount of consoles they needed to sell by a certain amount of time, or they possibly could have went out of business or something, and I believe that's why they were just like lying, cheating, stealing, whatever they had to do to sell those consoles.
Yeah. And, they lowered the price. They knew going in the gate that thing should have been $500 out the gate.
Oh,
but
yeah.
If it was even across the board, Sony wouldn't have had a chance in this one, for real.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have the games.
It's just, they didn't have the games, and people would have looked into it, you know what I'm saying, and start looking at what had what, and it had been a common thing where we gamers would have reacted naturally about choices because they was both at the same price. But because one was cheaper than the other, you know what I'm saying, it gave them that big lead, with the power and everything. Yeah.
As we've distanced ourselves from 2013's reveal, which, that's almost fucking 2 years ago, it's time to let go, people. DRM didn't happen. Calm down. Let it go. Just let it go.
It's coming back, man. It's coming back.
Yeah, just
they're gonna have to deal with DRM eventually. But
eventually, when Sony does it, and then it's gonna be the greatest thing ever.
Well, at least they told us. They told us about it.
Yeah, okay. Well, we didn't even give Microsoft the chance, and we just fucking crucified them.
I just know, like I've always said, I get called a bleeding heart. I don't see how this industry, just can go survive without it. You know what I mean? Because unless you get stores like GameStop, or they go out, or start getting back to development money. Like, it's like, think about it, bro. These games cost $60, right? And they are they are lobbying for $1. And never in business, ever, that not only they're going against each other, they're also competing against the motherfucker that's selling their product. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's, not only are they competing against THQ, where they going? I'm saying not only is Konami competing against EA, they also compete against GameStop, and they're not selling their same game for $55. You know what I mean? That's crazy as hell. You know what I mean? It's not even. I can say the used game was $40. That motherfucker only $55. You know what I mean? Like the new titles, that shit crazy, man. It's hell. But you know.
Yeah, I think so. I think so too. I wanted to talk about one kind of negative thing, or at least it's perceived negative, and that's the games for gold stuff.
Games for gold, okay, let's get it.
Yeah, what did you guys think about that? Like, I heard a lot of
Oh
rumblings.
man, it's
I think it
trash,
would
man.
have been
I don't
perfect
care
for
for the
them to
games to
come
go.
out. Yeah, I think it would have been perfect for them to come out with like a bigger game, even if it was something I already had.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was.
I'm sorry, not into that. You know what I think it is that Microsoft is giving away so much already this month.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's more. I mean, maybe at the Black Friday, you realize they was giving motherfuckers free games. I think it kind of shafted the older users. You know, I mean, we've been here for since day one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the newcomers, they get the free games anyway. Microsoft.
Yeah, no, they got Rise, right? If you bought the Sunset Overdrive bundle,
And
you
Rise should have been given away, man. Rise should have been the game that was got given away in games
I don't think they
by
can
now.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, you know, but that's why I look at it because, well, I mean, I don't know, but I just know that Microsoft for this month they're giving away a lot. Now next month, you know, and well, after the holiday thing, like we should be getting retail again. I don't give a fuck about. I don't even download those shits anymore. Like I don't download them at all. You know what I mean?
I mean, the only indie that I liked that they put out was Guacamelee.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
Nice.
Worms was an okay franchise. You know, it is a $25 game, but I just think that, you know, hey, why not, you know, throw something like the that Dead Rising 3 DLC, the Super Hyper Mega Edition or whatever the hell that is. That would have been perfect. You know what I'm saying? Just something.
You need Dead Rising 3 to play that, or you play the DLC by itself.
Yeah, I think you can play the DLC by yourself. Actually, I think it's like completely separate.
That would have been dope.
Because that's pretty cool. But you know what? It's like, okay, but I also have to remind people that Sony is only doing the AAA thing right now to make up for the Drive Club stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This shit
That Drive Club is trash.
Because guess what? Drive Club was supposed to be free first to PlayStation Plus users, and then they ended up screwing everybody out of that.
How can somebody promise you something?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And sit here and say, when it comes out, they're going to allow you to be able to play it. And then now they got their excuses put in place. You believe that trash. There's no way, man. There's no way I would roll with that trash, man. There's no way, man. If they promise you something, you should have got it day one, like when that game got released. You know, it's no excuses why you couldn't have that game digitally downloaded. They have no problems with any other games, but all of a sudden with this particular game, they have a problem with it. That's a little fishy to me. Somebody being lied to.
Well, from what I'm hearing, the game it'll never be fixed. There's something wrong with the actual net code that's within the game.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, though. What I'm saying is, even though it's messed up, you were still able to digitally download that game.
Yeah, you're right. You know
what I'm saying? So if you got a free version already in place, which you should have already worked on, you should have already had because this is what you promised your consumers, why ain't that given to them? You held it for a reason. You held it back because you want to make money off the game.
They wanted to sell. Yeah, they were rethinking that whole
AAA thing. They rethought it at the last minute and gave them some bogus excuse, and clickers went on ahead and believed that trash. You know what I'm saying? Don't even understand that they just got this juice out of a game.
How much they sold? They still trying to get $60 for the game? How much?
Yeah, $60.
Oh dang, that's crazy.
Yeah. They wanted to make that cheap couple bucks on that game or whatever.
Yeah, man. They gonna get it next year though. But you know, probably at the beginning of the month or something next year. But
maybe because they've already got like the next 2 months planned out and it's not included.
That's unacceptable for a company to promise you something. If this was Microsoft, we'd be all over them, man. We'd be all over them. Like, man, you promised though, dude. You know what I'm saying? What is up with this? This is why I'm saying at some point you gotta take off your fanboys and hold them accountable for what they sit here and say out their mouths. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we poke fun and we make jokes out of it, but I don't find it funny for a company to sit here and say to me that they could promise me this because I'm a PlayStation Plus and I paid my $50 a month, This is one of the perks and the reason why I purchased the PlayStation Plus is for this type of benefit, and you Jew me on it. You know what I'm saying? You just sit here and just, it's almost like they just kick rocks on them, like, you know what I'm saying, threw some dirt on it, like, man, y'all get out my face with that. You know what I'm saying? We'll deal with this later.
That was the biggest cover up by the media.
They deboed us.
Right?
Yeah, man. What you got?
It's my bike, punk.
Actually, the biggest.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't get nothing. It's like how Debo said, he's like, man, we got $200. I got $200.
It's my bike.
For real. What's wrong with them, man? That's sad. At some point, you got to wake up and say, it's wrong. It's wrong. Bottom line, it's wrong.
Well, that's your question, though. I mean, hot topic. Is the Halo Online fixed?
Yeah. They patched it and they fixed it. But here's the thing, right? How many places ran with Master Chief Collection broken, right? How many places ran with that story for weeks? You know what I mean?
So it got fixed.
Yeah, exactly. But yet Drive Club still has no weather patched in that it was promised. It's still not available for the free people like it was promised, and yet nobody talks about it anymore. You know what I'm saying? If Master Chief Collection was still broken, you would still be hearing about it.
Yeah.
Hey, not getting that game free day one, that's an ultimate face palm, bro. They smack them smack across the face, boy. I'm talking crisp.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's one of them good smacks, boy. You know what I'm saying? The stings.
Hey, I want to talk about. Did we talk about that GameSpot thing last week, or we didn't do a show last week?
No, this is what we can do. We can close it with that, and you guys can get your question. That is a hot topic.
Yeah. So start asking your questions, but because we missed last week, GameSpot did a video called "Is it time to buy an Xbox One?" Right? So you think, okay, we'll go ahead and watch this or whatever, and the people doing it were complete idiots, right? They just basically bashed the Xbox One the entire time, and we're like, hey, you can't find the settings easy. It's hard to find settings. It's hard to do this. It's hard to do that, and so. It shows that they didn't even take time to mess with this thing beforehand. It's like somebody was like, here's an Xbox One, we're going on the air, tell us if you like it. And they're like, you know what I'm saying? And they just couldn't find anything to like on the console. But it's like, you literally press the fucking start button and you can scroll down to settings, or you say Xbox, go to settings, or you can pin the settings to your fucking start page. It's not that goddamn difficult. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They basically threw the fucking thing under the bus. And I was actually happy that the Xbox fans reacted the way they did, because last year they wouldn't have done that. You know what I'm saying? It was like, if you were an Xbox fan, you were underground. You know what I mean? I mean, you had Next Gen waving the flag. You know what I'm saying? Running up the hill, but.
I ain't trying to say I spearheaded the movement, but whatever I've been, I love IGN and game. I've been to you guys. I don't support shit like that. I've been saying that shit from the rip. Because I think those as fans, we go to these sites, regardless of what platform or choice that you may root for, we go to this site to hear an unbiased review of a game or a system that we may look about buying, not to hear your personal fanboy agenda. Now, you look at sites like GameSpot or, IGN, what we do here, we're not getting things from companies to give my honest review or something. So I feel as though we're not held to the same level of integrity that they may be held to. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
We do this shit here for entertainment. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Now, if these companies was giving us something a part to review, then hey, guess what? My fanboy shit will come off, and I'm gonna give you my honest review because this is my job, what I have to do. You know what I mean? So didn't telling gamers. I did a video about it. I'm quite sure we all did a video about it, but that is, how should I say? You tell someone not to buy an Xbox One. You didn't mention the games, the online services, the features compared.
None of that stuff.
Because of this fucking settings. All you got is a fucking button at the menu screen. I don't know if that was like a fucking trying to be funny or some parody type shit. Because I'm not going to say any names. One of those guys from that IGN video, he inboxed me. We had the whole hashtag unsub GameSpot. They got probably 1,000 or so tweets or whatever. Unsub. And he said, hey, bro, what can we do? I said, no, I guess he was saying, I guess they was gonna do something. I said, nothing about that. Like I said, I'm not saying the damage is done, but that was a slap in the face to all Xbox One fans. That was
because they're professionals and they were uninformed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you know what? The thing was, they got people to do it that did not love the product.
Or even like it, or even use it.
Even use it. So how can somebody give a just review and they don't even play on the dang on thing? You know what I'm saying? So it just
they were they had said that they were PC, PS4.
Yeah, I mean that was like a stick in the face, and the only reason why I didn't say anything about this video, and there was a lot of reasons, it was a lot wrong with that, just even with the characters that they had talking. You know what I'm saying? That's what I called them, a bunch of characters. They had the Pinocchio. I knew he was gonna be in there with the long nose because he was lying straight out the dang on gate. Then they had this dude that just looked like he just had all jaws. With a little hat on his head. I'm sitting there like, you got to be kidding me. You know what I'm saying? And then I was like, man, there's just too many characters in that dang on that review, man. And I was like, you know, I knew it was gonna be something just off how the people look. I said, oh man, I can't watch this, man. I can't support that.
Yeah, but
I unsubbed from them.
Yeah, I did too. And the funny thing is right, when you're in the industry, shouldn't you have all the consoles so that you can give kind of an unbiased report? And this is the interesting thing, because you have people on IGN as well who self-admittedly only have the PlayStation 4. You know what I'm saying? That big Colin Moriarty idiot. He's a big PlayStation 4 guy. And here's the even funnier thing. Ryan McCafferty, the guy who said PS4 is a monster to Phil Spencer during that interview, right? He's tweeting out about all these great PS4 deals, not a single one about Xbox One over Black Friday, right? And people are calling him out on it. They're like, because he's like, I bought a PS4, thanks, Newegg, you gave me a great deal. And people are like, dude, how about tweeting out some of these Xbox deals going on? And I was like, dude, he bought a PS4. I don't care about that, but this is the guy that said that the fucking PS4 was a monster to Phil Spencer's face. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. And you got people at IGN that don't even own an Xbox One. You know what I'm saying? I think that's kind of fucked up.
Hey, we're not these Xbox guys. This guy, this is supposed to be a reputable site. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? I'm coming to you to get a non-biased opinion about a game, Forza Horizon 2, or maybe even the system. And, right away, like, I don't give a fuck. Sony can come out on stage at E3 or Gamescom, motherfucker, show a titty, show an ass titty, and say, hey, boom, and put a motherfucking Atari Jaguar. Oh, shit, you see that shit? Oh, did you see the calf muscles of fucking Yoshida? Goddamn, Sony won, no matter what they do. They come out there, they ain't playing ID Clear War, a card game, no matter what Sony shows, they're going to win. I want that motherfucker with fireworks. Don't make a difference. No matter what side. Michael, listen to me now. Fuck, we gotta call space to me. Fuck it, it is. When Microsoft showed Quantum Break at Gamescom, that was the best looking game that we've seen on either one of these goddamn next generation consoles. You understand what I'm saying? For them to downplay that, you know what I mean? But even with the Tomb Raider thing, well, nice way to go, Microsoft. What's your name? Ryan McCaffrey told something.
He was like, it's not good for the industry. Not good for you. That's what he said. He said it's not good for anyone. Ramped it up. Yeah, he's like, it's not good for anyone. And people are like attacking Microsoft over this. It's crazy.
Like I said, man, any Xbox One fan owners that watch this show, stop supporting IGN. Stop supporting GameSpot, because when you do, you're just like you're fucking paying their bill. When you click their fucking articles and rewatch, fuck them, man. Fuck them. They're not fair. You know what I mean? They're not unbiased, man. You know. Then I had Sony got Tomb Raider. We would have heard nothing else about it.
Yeah, we would have heard all is right. It's back with Sony where it belongs.
It's back with Sony where it belongs. I mean, it shouldn't have never went multi-plat anyway.
What was really funny is what's really funny is Ryan McCafferty was the same guy that's like, wow, that's huge. Sony has all this DLC lockdown exclusive for Destiny. That's huge. You know what I'm saying? And I'm, oh my God, come on, Ryan.
But another thing that they're not talking about, all the games that PlayStation lost to Xbox. You know what I'm saying? We hear a lot about what Xbox going to PC, but what about the games that PlayStation lost, like Kingdom Hearts,
Final Fantasy,
Metal Gear Solid, all that little stuff that they lost to Xbox. You know what I'm saying? You can't come out your mouth and sit here and point a finger at another console, and you got 3 pointing back at you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stop with that trash.
I mean, I've never played a Final Fantasy game, but that was huge when that came out. I'm
gonna tell you this: I'm gonna play the mess out of it. I played it, but I'm gonna play the mess out of that one.
Yeah,
Kingdom Hearts
Kingdom
2.
Hearts 2. I never played that, but I hear it's pretty damn good. It's supposed to come out. I don't know, probably next year now. Hey, we got some questions though.
All right, let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, Crow says, why do you think developers won't use Microsoft's dedicated servers? It's 2014 going on 2015. Peer-to-peer should have started dissipating by now.
Yeah.
Let me answer that question. I got a good answer
Go
for
ahead.
you.
Go ahead.
You guys know I'm a big 2K fan, and I was tweeting. I'm not gonna say any names because I don't believe in throwing people under the bus. But one of the developers from 2K said to me that it would not be fair to Sony and the Sony fans if they were to use those dedicated servers.
You know what? What was it? Activision said something kind of similar as to why there wasn't dedicated servers or true dedicated servers on the new Call of Duty. Basically, that they want a gameplay experience to be equal across all platforms. So basically, that's why. Apparently, developers don't see a little bit of res difference here and there on a game here or there, or some extra fucking grass as being a big difference to gamers, whereas dedicated servers would be a huge difference and advantage. So that's probably why.
Gameplay. I'm just being honest, you know what I mean? But again, you know what I think as the Xbox. Where's my thought? The Xbox one was the local minority. It was small. I think it was more PS4s now. Like I said, after this holiday season, and and it continues well. That the Xbox, I think they can throw their weight around more like they did last generation. So, but that's what somebody from at 2K told me. It wouldn't be fair to Sony and to the their install base.
Yeah.
That's not my words. That came from a dev in my inbox on Twitter.
Okay, we got some more questions here. King James says, "Great podcast. Although I love Nintendo and I plan on playing or buying a Wii U, can anyone explain to me why IGN gave the X1 a 7.9 in the year in review, but gave a Wii U an 8.0?"
Bro, listen. Okay. King James. I look at it like this: you take a console, right? You're $300, and I'm not talking about the money, but I could spend $350 or whatever the Xbox One costs. You can get all the multiplats, all the great games that are coming out next year. You got Batman. You got give me some more great multiplats for next year.
There's going to be Battlefield, Madden. There's going to be another Call of Duty.
I mean, DOA, all these great games, which none of those games will come to the Wii U whatsoever. None of them. You know what I mean? You're getting all that on the Xbox One. And then you're getting Microsoft, basically Halo 5, the Gears, the Tomb Raiders, all this great stuff. You know what I mean?
Dust, all that.
And the features, like I said, the features alone, the Skyping, multitasking, TV integration, all this great stuff. If anyone can say that the Wii was better than the Xbox One, I'm just talking about games. Just saying about games. Like, come on, that's right, they're being biased. Being real, you know what I mean? The Xbox One has more AAA games than the PS4 and the Wii U. That's just fact. It's not my opinion. Whether you like those games or not, and what but you say tomato, I say tomato. I don't care for Nintendo games, you know what I mean? But I'm just being honest. Just for the month of October and November alone, there were more games released on the Xbox One than the Wii U all year. Fact, we buy consoles to play games, so let you know, they're very, very biased, man. Very, very biased.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that says it all. It's GameStop or IGN. I mean, IGN, they're all fucking, that's what they do. This is what happens, right? There used to be such a thing as journalism and professionalism and things like that. There's ethics in that, right? Now, everybody's got to be controversial. Right, everybody's got to try to piss off, one side or the other because you're going to get hits from both sides. You're going to have so you say Xbox One is scores worse than the Wii U. That's going to make the Wii U owners jump on that. That's going to make the PlayStation 4 people jump on that, and that's going to make the Xbox One owners saying, "Hey, what the fuck's up with this?" So you're going to get all three groups jumping on that, and you're going to get all those hits and AdSense and all that stuff. So that's basically all it comes down to. It's bullshit.
Pretty much.
Because basically, I'm not going to let someone else's opinion of that affect what I think of the console. That's the bottom line.
American Alucard going through it.
That guy's a fucking idiot, dude. Hey,
Hey, I'm gonna
Sony
tell you
took 28
something.
million, guys.
He butt hurt, bro. Something serious.
So, yo, listen, he said, so where do you go for accurate numbers, you ex-coon crap gamer, you dumbass motherfucker? Damn.
Hey, you know what happens? You know what happens? I made him look stupid in front of everybody, and he knows it. The guy's a fucking idiot. He's basically saying Sony shipped 28 million consoles in year one. That's fucking asinine to think. And he got exposed. I win, you lose, bitch. Sit down.
Sony, hey, listen, Sony has sold 15 million and shipped another 13 million. God damn. That's 28 million.
28 million.
Hey, bro, hey, listen, I'm going to break it down. Sony only sells them once. They only get paid once, okay? So even if you're saying they shipped another 13 million, that's sold to them, okay? That's sold to them. They don't care about, you know what I mean? Long as retail buys them, that's what counts. That is the bottom line, is the bottom number. They don't get paid twice of what goes into a home. They sell them to retail. Okay? So that's really 28 million sold, okay? You know, like, you're bugging. Like, let's look at the average for North America, okay? Just being honest, look at the average for North America, which is the biggest consumer of everything, you know? North America far outsells Europe. Far outside in terms of sales. It does. It's not me making this shit up. It's the truth, bro. But anywho, man.
That guy's a clown, though. I mean, he looks stupid. Hopefully everybody sees what a fucking clown and asshat this guy is, talking about 28 million shipped in year one.
Yeah. Ain't no, ponies ain't even sitting here saying 28 million. They sitting here saying 15. God, that boy went love overboard.
Here's a really good question from Double MM70. He says, "What does Sony do if the Xbox stays at 350 after the holidays? Microsoft could very well take that hit and undercut Sony."
I'll be honest with you. Ain't much they can do. And it's been, it's a, you know, there's no shit. Sony is bleed money. They need all that what they can get. You know what I mean? Because right after Black Friday, they going back up to their normal pricing. If I'm not mistaken, right?
Who, Sony?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't even really have a deal. I mean, their thing was $400. You know what I'm saying?
So their Black Friday didn't go down to 350 also?
No, I mean, you might have seen that sometimes, like for here and there, but
certain stores, but no, I don't know. Microsoft might just keep it and run with that, but that might
if I were Microsoft and they'd make a lot of headway through, because you can get an Xbox One throughout December for $350. You know what I'm saying? Their price is going to be $350 all through December. So they could, if they make a lot of headway, I could see them just saying, "Hey, fuck it, $350 it is." You know what I mean?
Microsoft might sell 3 million goddamn consoles this holiday, yo.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I think they're going to do really well, and then that, man, it's going to be the pony tears, man. I'm going to collect them. I'm gonna bathe in pony tears, man. It's going to be so great. It's so great.
See the clown, that's been crying for 1 million years.
B-Man B says, "What happened to Worry?" Worry, like, that dude's like, he, in case you guys didn't know, he's like some kind of bodybuilder, and like, real talk, like, besides the gerbils up his ass all the time, he's like training for something, so he's like never around.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you also, the holiday season is here, and his time as a greeter at Walmart is very crucial that he be there to stop the the thieves.
He's got to stop the thieves.
You got that. Real shit though, I don't know if we should tell you, the Warriors got stuck double for the Hulk and the Avengers movie. You can walk from the Walmart, head long as hell with a helmet.
Welcome to Walmart.
Hey, here goes this guy named Charlemagne Mark. He says it was me that tweeted out. Yeah, he says it was me that tweeted out the Assassin's Creed deal. So he's one of the Goon Platoon, like, that tweet. Yeah. He tweeted me the Assassin's Creed deal. You got both Assassin's Creed digital download codes. It was like $35 or something. Hell of a deal. You know what I'm saying? Both of them. That's pretty damn good. So yeah, shout out to you, man. All the guys that like help us out and tweet us, like, the stories that we turn into videos, yeah, man, like they're really much appreciated. There's like a good amount of people that do that and that support. Like I always see Yomo Flow likes all of our videos. Like, that shit comes up in my feed all the time. Yomo Flow likes this video. Yomo Flow likes this video. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's like all those people that like support us, like the real people that like support us and stuff, and then there's some that just watch our shit or subscribe to us just to like dislike it as soon as it goes up.
American Avatar. So
Yeah.
28 million. You boys
Yeah.
Hey, that's gonna be classic, man. I'm throwing that every time I do a video.
That guy's a
28
fucking
million.
clown, dude. And I wouldn't even normally call out somebody like that, but that guy is such an asshat that you just have to. He really thinks that they've shipped out 28 million fucking consoles in year one. It's completely ridiculous. And he also must believe that VG Charts is accurate, which is another ridiculous thing.
Another million the following week in 1.5 and turn your sales up, bro. It's flying off the sale. Woo.
You don't know nothing, you stupid butts. It's averages. There ain't no averages. Shut up.
Woo. This nigga lost his goddamn mind. He probably ain't doing jumper jacks and everything. Woo! What we got here? We got here Lace Chuck. What's going on, Lace Chuck? The friend of the show. You guys heard about Xbox One getting Windows 10 dashboard by early next year? Could it be? Yeah. I don't. We get a new update, a new dashboard, but I don't know if it's Windows 10 or not. But I know Windows 10 is coming next year. They said this we're gonna get a new dashboard. It's gonna change. But let me tell you guys this. If those of you who got your Xbox 360, let's say in 2005, 2006, you look how that console started and how it ended up. I don't know where the Xbox One may end up, bro. You know what I mean? Because I swear, if you would have cut on the Xbox, if I had a 360 at launch back then, and then I cut on the 360 like towards the end, I would swear I had the next Xbox 360. Brand new console just going by the interface, like it totally changed. So I'm excited. It's one thing I said, Microsoft or a software company, this when it comes to that, they will always be lead if you hit up Sony. This is what pays the bills for them. You know what I mean? So. I'm excited. I'm one excited, about being the Xbox One owner. So I remember when we get those updates for the 360. It was like getting a new game. Like, you got a new update yet? So I was a beta tester. Like, they brought out the avatars. We had the little apartments and with the arcade games and all that shit. It was dope, man. But yeah, I don't know if that's gonna be the first one, the Windows 10. But I know they said it's gonna change next year. So I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, Trey Smith says that 1 month though. 1 year. Basically, I think he's bragging that the PS4 would sell 275,000 compared to 265 that the Xbox One was selling during the lean months, whereas now we all know the Xbox One's probably well over 1 million just over Black Friday. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, which one would you rather have? I mean, it potentially could catch up in America just over the holidays. So yeah, I think it's also gonna outsell the PlayStation 4 in December as well, since it has a pretty good price cut.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, shut up. Hey, Billy Nintendo, when you, I guess when you watch the show Billy Nintendo, you watch it from the actual Google Plus. I don't ever get to reply because there's no.
Yeah, you can never reply to his stuff because.
Yeah, you can never reply to him. He leaves some good comments.
Yeah, you watch the show. Even when you watch my videos or whatever, I like to reply back to you, but I can't because you reply. I guess you watch them on Google Plus. So if you're watching any one of our videos and things. Watch them if you can on YouTube or whatever. Of course, we appreciate however if you can't, don't worry about it. But that's why we don't ever really get to reply to you because we can't because you don't.
Yeah, there's a few people like that where if you try to leave a comment through the Google thing, it actually you can't reply to that, so that kind of sucks.
Hey man, this dude butthurt, man. This dude Raider 7528. He said showstopper, shut the up about Drive Club.
Dude, hey, he has another comment too. He says,
"Hey, truth hurts, bro. Truth hurts."
He says, "Isn't Forza Horizon 2 supposed to be the Xbox's flagship racer? How come none of you Xbots are buying it?" Actually, we all bought it here.
What'd you say? Say it again. What happened?
He says, if Forza Horizon 2 is supposed to be Xbox's flagship racer, how come none of you Xbots are buying it?
What?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I haven't seen any numbers on it. Yeah, I got it too. Like, I bought it. I bought that shit day one. This is what I would point out. This is what I would point out. First of all, racing games aren't for everybody. Not everybody buys racing games. Second of all, racing games have extremely long legs when it comes to sales. There was a lot of good Black Friday deals. I think the first Forza Horizon didn't sell extremely well at launch, but then over the year and word of mouth and some sales and stuff, ends up doing really good numbers. I'm sure that it's probably million or so. You know what I'm saying, at least, and then over Black Friday those deals for it. well, and they'll probably make another one. And it was an awesome racing game. I wouldn't say that, you know what I'm saying, even if we don't know Drive Club's numbers, but it's nothing to be proud of if it did outsell the game because it's a broken game and it's not as good, and we all know that. So really the only thing that you'd have to brag about is a bunch of more suckers buying that on PlayStation. You know, it's where the suckers are. You know,
Yeah,
you
he
got
looked more stupid bragging about that game.
I mean, seriously, you're going to sit there and brag that Drive Club sold better, which basically the only reason why it would have was because Sony scammed everybody by taking away the free version that they promised you to begin with. So think about that. I realize that the ponies aren't the most intelligent people. They're hard at work digging ditches and doing fast food and flinging French fries during the day. So I understand they're not the most intelligent group, but at least think about shit before you say it. Because if you're going to try to use sales, especially VG chart sales, which automatically makes you an idiot, you know, at least look at the fact that you look stupid by promoting sales of this broken game on the PlayStation 4, and you make the PS4 fans look stupid for supporting a game that's broken. So yeah.
Billy Nintendo, shout out to you again. Should Xbox revive the Midtown Madness series from the original Xbox era?
I don't even know what that is.
That was a fucking awesome game, bitch. That was like you were racing around town and through like the actual city. People, that was I would love to see that. Maybe you can look up on YouTube. Midtown Madness. I believe it was a PC game first. First time I ever played it was on my original Xbox. It was one of the first games that supported Xbox Live back then. You know, online races. Yeah, I would love to see that. Like, what's up? People say that Microsoft doesn't have any game. Microsoft has a lot of fucking exclusives that they can bring back, even from the original Xbox era.
Yeah, I actually like the approach that Phil Spencer's taken. He's like bringing back the ones that make sense. I'm really interested to see what they do with Battletoads and Banjo and things like that next year.
What about Megasoft? Remember, could you imagine a Megasoft on the Xbox One? These next generation graphics. Like Crimson Skies, that was another great game for, you know.
Yeah, that I have that game still, man. That's a really good game. That was like a cult classic. The original Xbox had so many of those because it was like this hardcore underground gaming console. Yeah.
They do. They got a lot of fucking exclusives. A lot, man. You know.
Yeah, they got a ton of shit, man. A lot of good stuff.
Let me I got some more questions here. Do we get commission? I wasn't aware. What? Do we get any commission? Those guys.
Yeah. It's one of them little stupid jokes that ponies come up with. Yeah, let them roll.
Okay.
It's dried in the mug. They need to get some new jokes.
Yeah, I'm gonna make Billy. I'm gonna do more on Billy Nintendo. He got a few of them back to back. Says Billy Nintendo says, will Xbox get an exclusive character for Mortal Kombat? I don't know. I will hope so. Maybe they can take one of the characters from Killer Instinct. I would like to see, what's my man named Con Ron? That guy there, he got some shit.
Ken Ra, yeah.
That motherfucker wicked. I think if they would have to have been discussed ahead of time, because those characters take a long time. You know what I mean? But even to see one of those guys from Sunset Overdrive or something, you know what I mean? Like, those motherfuckers that at Warner Brothers, Remedy, Remedy, motherfuckers that they had Warner Brothers now, NetherRealm Studios. They do great work. I seen a match of, I don't know if he's gonna put Popeye in the new Mortal Kombat, but one of the artists that drew Popeye, that shit looked amazing, like doing some moves and shit. I don't know who could they use, but they put Master Chief in the DOA game, back then. But that would be awesome. Also, too, Billy said, with the retail release of Killer Instinct, do you think Microsoft will release another retail version with all the? Yes, probably in September when Season 3 comes out for $20. I think the last one did okay.
Hopefully, if you guys didn't know, they're doing the first season is on sale. You can get the Ultimate Edition, which includes the arcade, for $20. The second season's still going on. There's only 3 characters now, but they updated every month or something.
Yeah, we get a new character in 2 weeks. We get Rip Torn.
Also, I want to say this: they've improved that interface on Killer Instinct 100-fold over what it was at launch. It looks like the arcade. It looks like a really good game. I mean, it looks amazing now. It's I'm really impressed with the way they've done it, man. To me, Killer Instinct, when I heard that voice come out at the 2013 thing, I was like, oh shit, man, there's the game. You know what I'm saying? That was what drew me into the Xbox One. Right, they did it right away with games, and I haven't looked back since, man. And it's been a great game. Some would argue that they don't like the style of how they release the games. I like them updating seasons because it seems like every update it brings in more people. It keeps it fresh. You know what I'm saying? You know, so that's just my opinion, though. I like it.
Bloody Entertainment. Well, we had discussed. It must be turning now. We had discussed the GameSpot whole GameSpot sorry thing, but yes, we didn't like it. We all did videos about it. It was some bullshit. And, probably how does it work? I asked when they say if someone turns to the show right now, they got the option to go back to the beginning of the show, or they got to watch it. How does it work?
I think they can fast they can backtrack if they want to, but I think people just tune in and just watch it from there on, and then go back and watch it.
We all unsub GameSpot. We all unsub them. To be honest with you, it was blatantly biased. The guy didn't even know anything about the Xbox One. He didn't know how to get the settings. It was pretty ridiculous. So we all kind of just, oh wow, this Beavis Butthead guy's an idiot. He says hardcore underground gaming console. This dude is full of shit. The original Xbox is well known for being a haven for hardcore gamers. It launched with it was like Halo and Brute Force, and it had it had so many Dead or Alive.
They had. What's that shit from Namco when you only saw the arms? What the fuck was this? He had a first-person fighting game. Bruce Lee was a fucking cult classic. Buffy the Vampire
Dragon.
They had Escape of Butcher Bay, Crimson Skies, Forza, Project Gotham Racing. It was definitely the hardcore. It had KOTOR, Jade Empire.
They had a couple fucking exclusive. See, the first Splinter Cell, it was exclusive first to the original Xbox. Then fucking Rainbow Six was another one that was only on the Xbox. Splinter Cell came out later on. But the first one was probably a time exclusive or something. But yeah. I'm sorry, you were listening now?
Oh, I was just gonna say that Splinter Cell really took off on the Xbox because of the online play. It was like Spies versus Merc and shit. That stuff was awesome on Xbox.
Yes. I'm gonna try to pronounce your name. I guess it's Xbox XBL Dominatrix XBL. Question about Nintendo. Nintendo arguably has the best franchise exclusives. Why doesn't Nintendo use their head and just release a powerful console to compete with Microsoft and Sony? Don't you think if Nintendo did this, they could really attract third parties and basically make some noise in the market, possibly get over? They would have great performing looking third party games to go along with their great first party portfolio studio. Do you agree? And why don't they release it? I'm sorry. They said you agree. If not, why don't they release a powerful? They may have their own answer. I just want to say this. This Nintendo's last two consoles have they been like extremely anemic compared to their, what's else on the market. The GameCube was way more powerful than the PS2. I think it's not so much as Nintendo releasing a powerful console or capable console. I mean, that is one of the issues why they can't get some games. That's skipping, but also so their fans have to go out and support these games. But I think it's Nintendo's policies. They have to change that. They're just too strict. You know what I mean? They don't want you talking to people in the game, only in the lobby, and if they're your friend. Nintendo has to change a lot of their policies, and that right there turns off a lot of the gamers. You know what I mean? I'm just being real. Like, Mario, if you into that type of stuff, it's cool. I mean, that's not my thing, but it's only so much I can say that little skinny bitch from the dragon. I don't want to keep doing it. But I think this Nintendo's policies. They have to get more with the time, even with their online capabilities. You know what I mean? 'Cause everything's around. Party chat, this, that, and the other, and you can't do none of that shit on Nintendo's platform. Them being anemic is one thing, but far as attracting, the Nintendo, their third party had to make a game specifically for that console, you know what I mean? But also, too, fans have to go out and support those games also. You look at Watch Dogs, FIFA 13 sold more games, and that was a 2-year-old sports title, sold more games than that weekend the actual Watch Dogs did on the Wii U, and that's a problem. You guys want to add something different, or you have your own thing you want to say to that?
No, I'm good.
I think that I pretty much agree with what you're saying, so no need to add any more to that.
Okay. We can do 3 more. We see 3 good ones here. Let me refresh the page again. We can close it down for next week. Let me refresh the page. You see me before I refresh them? See me got here. Go back up. Let me see here. Go to the top comment. Damn, man.
Oh, here we go. Hold on. Crow says, are you guys hyped for the Halo 5 beta? I think it will set the bar for next-gen FPSs.
Say it again. What happened?
He says, "Are you excited for the Halo 5 beta?" He thinks it's going to set the bar for next gen first person shooters.
I'm really maybe I'm kind of excited for Halo's art style, the way they did the who. I don't know. Is that Master Chief in a little fancy little suit? Who the hell was that guy in? You know what I mean?
I think that that's the other guy, but yeah, I actually I love the direction they're going because they're taking some risks. Yeah, they're taking some risks with the gameplay, especially the online stuff. You couldn't just sit back and just do the same thing over and over again. You have to evolve. Some people might not like it, but I think it's going to, at the end of the day, bring in a lot of people. And I think the game's going to look fantastic. I think it's going to be like one of the best looking games.
Oh yeah.
Of next year, and that's saying a lot with Tomb Raider and Quantum Break coming out next year. So.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, that's about. You see anything else in here? I see a bunch of troll shit from other guys.
Mostly a bunch of troll shit, man. I think we gave these guys an A++ show today.
All right. All right. Hey, man. Thank you, guys. All right. Well, anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you're missing,
I had a good Thanksgiving and then Black Friday and all that stuff.
Yeah, all that little stuff.
If your grandmother got a fat ass, you know, give her my number.
I see you on Twitter talking about that with Microbox of X. You were like something about grannies or something. That was pretty funny, man.
Hey, Pratt, maybe you want to, I see it here at the bottom before we go. You was arguing, you were going back and forth with Amiziago yesterday, or was it the last night on Twitter? And he was saying that, basically, he was saying that, maybe you guys make
about Persona, right? Because like he was talking, a lot of the PlayStation fans are talking up this game, Persona. I never heard of it until they announced the game for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 3 at TGS this year. So I never heard of the game. He was trying to make it sound like it was some big game, but then you look at any kind of real hard data on the sales, and it doesn't sell really well over here in the States. It's kind of, I guess, like the Monster Hunter type deal. Does really well other places, but not particularly here. It's certainly not a console seller, especially not here. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I kind of shut him down. He was like, yeah, better this and more support. And I'm like, dude, this isn't Sega you're dealing with. Microsoft has money. You know what I mean? Money talk. You know what I'm saying? Sony's the one with no money.
Yeah.
You know?
Persona is a good JRPG.
People say it's a good JRPG, but it's not real. I've never heard of it, never played it.
You're right. It don't do as well. You know, just really those that's into role playing games.
Yeah, it's interesting because the last one was 2 generations ago.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? I'm like, excuse me, well, I don't get excited for a game that, you know what I'm saying, a sequel to a game that was out when the PlayStation 2 was hot. You know what I mean? Come on.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You know, like I said, it is what it is, man. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you much.
Thank you very much. Rack 'em up.
Well, thank you very much. We'll see you guys next week. And that's it. Thank you. Appreciate the support. Xbox will win. Y'all lose.